Alrighty guys, good morning everybody. Hope everyone is having a great day so far. Glad to have you here. Happy weekend. I guess it's happy weekend to everybody. Hope you guys are doing good. Alright, let's go ahead and jump on into it, my friends. We got a lot of stuff to talk about on this update here. First of all, regarding updates, let me go ahead and update something real quick before. Got the date right this time. Let me... Hold on. I need to pull up the WPC real quickly. I need to... see if we still can change the severity index. Okay, I'm gonna knock down that level 4 to a level 3. Most of the areas, I mean, we still have a level 3 in some spots, but level 4 in some spots, but the majority of it we're isolating to level 3. But anyways, guys, probably should have set it up a minute ago, but honestly kind of forgot. But anyways, what's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Let's go ahead and see who we got here for today before we really dive on into it. We got Mark. Hope you're doing good, Mark. You feeling better, man? If you don't know, Mark had a bit of an incident. Hopefully you're doing good, man. Let's see, Misty, we have Mary, we have, let's see here, Mr. Top Fan, we have Quiet, we have Catman, we have Robin, let's see here, Sewing, we have Tabletop, we have John, we have Mary, we have Ken, we have Moon River, and everybody else. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here, Eastern North Carolina, severe threat. Tabletop, there's nothing, man. You are good. From severe weather in North Carolina. There is a system that's actually one of the subjects we're going to talk about today. It seems like we might have a bit of a severe concern starting to arise in the country here, more specifically the South. From what it seems, we might have a potential of seeing a severe weather event popping off out there kind of towards like Mississippi, Louisiana. This would take place here kind of for the 24th, so it's still a couple days away, probably for the kind of, evening of the 24th and probably into the 25th. So overall, it is something that we do need to be looking out there for. Instability regarding the system seems to be pretty modest. We have a decent amount of instability out there. According to GFS, this has been there for the last couple of model runs, so it's starting to become something a little more concerning. On top of that, we do have a pretty strong lower-level jet here, which, if you don't know, a really strong lower-level jet stream over a pool of instability is not always a good thing, and it can lead to some tornadic supercells. Here's a sounding I just grabbed here. You can kind of see a slight curvature on your photograph. So that's basically telling us that we might have some tornado potential here for the 24th for Louisiana, Mississippi. As of right now, though, from the SPC, we don't have any defined risk yet. There is no areas. It's less than 15% right now, but they did talk about how it could be a marginal, or it's kind of like a marginal threat right now. They did talk about it, but I do, if that continues to trend like that, I would not be surprised if that actually does pick up a bit out there. Isolated thunderstorms parts. Let's see here. Here we go. Future thunderstorms will be possible. Overnight instability is forecasted to be weak. Should limit potential for severe convection. Elsewhere, isolated thunderstorm will be possible. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out there for that. Oh wait, that's day 3. Hold on. I was wondering. That's not really making too much sense. There we go. There we go. There will be an isolated and marginal. So we'll have to keep an eye out there for it overall. Do I think the eastern or the severe stuff will reach the eastern coast? Honestly, man, like I said, we're still trying to figure out if it's a problem for the south. I mean, it seems like it could be a problem. So we'll, like I said, there's no severe weather threat right now. Obviously, any further than that, it's a little harder to look out there for. So not really, we're not really depicting anything right now. We're not really seeing anything right now, I should say. So you're good. Obviously, if there is a threat, we'll talk about it. I mean, there's not even any severe risk yet, but we'll see. I think that could change. What's up, Marby? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. But anyways, yeah, so that's kind of something I did want to talk about there. Overall, another big thing is flooding, you guys. Like I said, we're really watching 3 big events popping off here. We got severe weather. We got, obviously, ice. We have a big ice storm coming up. We got ourselves flooding. Flooding is another big thing I do want to talk about. So let's go and hop over to day 3 outlook here. So we got a massive or a pretty large slight risk for flooding here across portions of like central eastern Texas through, western Louisiana overall. So right now, like I said, it's a 15% chance probability of seeing flooding across the area here in the yellow. Wait, hold on a minute. Let me make sure on that. Let's see. I am pretty sure it's a 15% risk out there. Pretty sure. Let's see here, day 3. Hold on a minute. This is winter severity. Here, you know what I could just do? I could just click on this. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a 15% risk out there for flooding overall. So we'll have to keep it out there for that, as obviously a lot of rainfall is expected. Moving into day 4, so basically here, so obviously today's Saturday, day 1, day 2 is Sunday, day 3 is Monday, day 4 is Tuesday. So between Monday and Tuesday, that is basically where we are seeing, like I said, it's basically where we are seeing that big flooding potential, and that'll take place out there by like East Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi out there. So between Monday and Tuesday, that seems to be the concern. And also around that time as well, whenever it comes to it, around that time there as well, we have ourselves a bit of an ice kind of problem here. We're going to go ahead and talk into that. We're going to go and jump on into that, my friends, because, obviously ice, that's not a good thing. Obviously ice is a big problem anywhere, especially down south, because like I said, they hardly have the equipment to really deal with it. So that's one of the things we are going to be watching out there for, is a pretty large ice storm to develop. Now, this will be taking place here for the 22nd. Basically, the really early morning on the 22nd. It might even spark off tomorrow night, like super late tomorrow night. It's possible it could spark off at that time. We do have ourselves a really big dome of high pressure, huge area of high pressure here, which is actually allowing for things to be calm as of now. Still pretty cold out there per se, but it is relatively high pressure, so right now it's fine. But as that high pressure system sweeps east, we get another low that develops out there by the by those mountain ranges, which then advects a bunch of moisture from the Gulf, and that's where we have a potential severe weather concern we'll have to watch out there for. And on top of that, a bit of ice, also a bit of snowfall on this as well. Seems to be a possibility out there kind of towards like the upper Midwest, portions out there by the northeastern United States. Definitely could be a bit of a snow concern as well. But the way it's going to be here, guys, for the next while, as you can see down in the south, out there by like Texas, Louisiana, and those regions there, it's going to be pretty nasty regarding, just a lot of rain, a lot of rain across those regions. So we're going to see a massive flooding threat across some of those regions. Now, what I do want to do is I want to look at the accumulation. So this is the blend of models. This takes, basically a bunch of models and kind of, we'll just keep it there. Takes a bunch of models and kind of blends them together. And look at this. So basically until the 26th, this is from now until the 26th, we could accumulate several inches of rainfall. This is on average here. This is about 150 hours out, which is reasonable in the time frame. It's about 6 days away. So from now to 6 days, I mean, we're talking maybe 6-7 inches, being a possibility. So that seems to be kind of a problem. So obviously, if you live out there by East Texas, portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, there could be a real big problem regarding rainfall for those areas. My wife leaves Chicago Tuesday morning. Do I think there'll be delays? Hold on a minute. Let's see. Because there is going to be a little bit of snowfall potential out there. Let's see here. This is for Tuesday. The blend hardly has any accumulations, which would pretty much do nothing for Chicago area. But, it really comes down to, obviously, overall agreement, because there is models that does show it being a little more significant than the blend here. So, obviously, we'll need to watch out there for that. Let's see. Between the European ECMWF and the GFS, it does relatively keep Chicago relatively fine. I don't think, as of now, there's really any big concerns, but just know that there is a storm system in that area, eventually kind of right around Tuesday. So kind of for like Tuesday into Wednesday there. So we'll watch it. We'll keep an eye on it. Anyways, let's see here. Black Label says, I'm going to be in Chicago on Monday and Tuesday. How about ice storm going to be in Illinois? So, yeah, that's actually another thing is ice. Now, ice will possibly impact here for Tuesday. That's something you also need to watch out there for. Tabletop, like I said, we'll just keep an eye on the storm. Is ice accumulations, because it does seem like ice is going to be a pretty decent possibility. ECMWF obviously goes really crazy with the amount of ice accumulations across some of these regions here. Definitely is pretty heavy, pretty much on the heavy side. I mean, according to Euro, which is the model we're looking at right now, it does show maybe up to 1/2 of an inch out there by Chicago. Meanwhile, GFS, on the other hand, this model, shows a little more, actually, maybe up there towards maybe up to maybe 2, let's say absolute worst, 3/10 of an inch. So we'll see. But obviously, yeah, both those models really are picking up a lot of ice for a lot of the Midwest. Here's the GDPS model, still showing some pretty ridiculous amounts of ice out there across like Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, then picks back up again. You can't see that. There we go. It picks up back up again across portions here of the Northeast overall. So we'll definitely need to watch out for that. I'd really prefer rain, not ice. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure most people would, because, ice is not something you want to mess with. Yeah, definitely is not something you want to mess with. She leaves at like 6 a.m. Central Time. Gotcha. So early Tuesday. It just depends on the models, man. Yeah, there still is a lot of uncertainty for that area. Let's see here. John, what about Oklahoma? Let's see here. 74012. 74012. Oklahoma, sorry. My bad. I keep on calling Oklahoma Ohio. I've been doing that a lot recently. Same thing, man. I mean, obviously models are up and down, but you could be in an area where we could have some serious ice. I mean, we're talking maybe between 1 to 3/10 of an inch of ice accumulations possible. That kind of applies for for Catman too, which is an issue. So definitely need to look out there if you're in that region. That includes like Tulsa area. Let's see here, 1/4 of an inch of ice. Power outages, accidents, property damage. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 2/10 of an inch of ice is definitely a big problem. And like I was saying, the models here, I mean, they pick it up a little heavier in some instances. Like GDPS, obviously, I think this is kind of more like the worst case scenario here overall. But like I said, when it comes to it, I mean, we're talking like this one shows like 3/4 of an inch of ice out there. Possibly, obviously, over a half inch in some areas possible. Not all models do show that per se, but all models really do they really do agree on 2 to 3/10 of an inch. I mean, some areas up there maybe towards like 4/10. It's kind of targeting southern Missouri there with a good potential of some heavy ice. So that's something to look out there for overall. ECMWF here. This one also, as you can see, actually shows southern Missouri getting really hit. So if you live out there in Missouri, southern side, there could be a bit of ice issues out there as well. Like I said, the overall area where ice seems to be a big problem will take place throughout basically a lot of these regions here. Possibly Oklahoma, we have southeast Kansas potentially, say Missouri, Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, possibly Ohio, southern Michigan. I'd even say possibly southern Wisconsin too. We'll see. What's up, Court? Hope the models are wrong. Yeah, but they've been trending this for a while now, my friend. The chances of them being wrong is extremely low at this point. I mean, considering we've been watching this event for the last 4 days, I'm pretty sure 3-4 days we've been watching this on the models, and all the models are talking about it. So with consistent support over the last several days, not to mention all the main models are supporting it, it's not going to back down at this point. Yeah, because obviously what we don't know is, we still don't know the official accumulations out of it. We're thinking mostly between 1 and 3/10 of an inch, maybe locally up to 4 or 5/10 of an inch at worst case scenario. But yeah, definitely going to be a big ice problem. Also, we do have some mid-range models coming in now, like NAM. And also NAM, as you can see, kind of shows the same thing here. Some areas between 2-3/10 of an inch max. Locally higher could be a possibility. See, thanks for covering this. No problem. No problem at all. Do I think Virginia will get hit by the ice, says Free Movies? No. Virginia is going to be fine. This is mostly going to be a problem for the Central Plains, Midwest, and Western Ohio Valley. Yeah, far away from the Mid-Atlantic. You're good. It also could impact the Northeast as well. Some models do definitely pick up on that as a potential. As you can see, a little bit of ice up there. Like I was saying, also with snowfall too, there is going to be a little bit of snow, possibly up there in the upper Midwest, and maybe up there in the Northeast here out of the storm system here. We got a lot of snow out there in the mountains. I did want to mention that as well. California getting blasted with some serious accumulations out there. Those upper elevations, man, are seeing several feet of snow. But yeah, regarding the the ice storm, there could be a bit of snow on it as well. Possibly out there through Iowa, probably 3 to 5 according to GFS. But that's still very much unknown. I mean, look at this. One of the other main models is the European, which let's actually hop down to 0 Zulu. So obviously you can see this model shows kind of more of 1 to 3. So there's obviously still a lot of uncertainties with the accumulations and who's going to see snow. So that's still not quite worked out yet. But the thing is that it does show snow in general there for the Northeast. Now the Northeast, on the other hand, it seems like the models are agreeing a little bit better. Kind of talking maybe 3 to 5 inches between the European and the GFS. The GFS does show possibly some areas 3 to 5 inches as well. Let's see here. See, I enjoy weather news so much. There's no yelling, talking fast, regular pace. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, I do try to keep it as entertaining, obviously as informative as possible, because I know weather can't be always entertaining. Sometimes weather's boring. I mean, it is, but in this case, it's not. It's starting to get pretty nasty. Like I said, we got the snow, the ice, the big flooding problem, potential severe weather, like we were saying there too. Let's go and hop over back to severe weather for a moment. So as we were mentioning here, for Tuesday, for basically Tuesday, the GFS is showing a pretty decent pool of instability. With little to no cap available. So that's basically, what a cap is in meteorology is basically a warm layer in the atmosphere. Now what I mean by that is as you go up in the atmosphere a couple thousand feet, the temperature gets warmer than as it is below. So that allows for any rising column of air to be blocked by that warm layer. So that prevents thunderstorms from continuing and basically kills out thunderstorms, so they won't happen. But in this case, there is no cap, which will allow this thunderstorm to continue to progress up in the atmosphere. Now, when it comes to it here, there is actually a decent amount of energy. GFS does show a decent amount of energy here for the evening of Wednesday, actually. This also could pop off for Tuesday. I mean, there is enough instability theoretically out there by East Texas and Louisiana, but it's pretty capped out. I mean, we could have a couple isolated storms breaking the cap there. So a few, booms could possibly happen, and maybe even some severe weather out of it. We'll have to keep an eye out there for it. But what I do know is that more once we work our way into Wednesday evening, we got ourselves also over that pool of instability we were talking about, over that pool of storm juice or energy. There is really strong winds too at the lower elevations, and like I said, what that does is that actually creates the potential for lower level rotation. Because what happens is at the lower elevations you have your winds, in this case, kind of moving northeast, and as you go up in the atmosphere, the wind direction actually changes more to the northeast. So there is a little bit of potential of some lower level rotation to occur in the atmosphere, which is kind of a problem. So that is one issue that I do see out of this event. Now, like I said, SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, the official meteorologist there at the at the Storm Prediction Center, they don't have any risk yet, but they did mention marginal severe potential. But yeah, let's see. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. See, we got a foot now on the ground. Free snow. Wow. I'll take your snow. Central Florida doesn't get too much of that, so I'd gladly take it. I miss my snow. I do miss that. Let's see. When do you think they will become more accurate forecasts on the ice storm timing? Well, obviously the expectancies for the ice. Like I said, the ice kicking off here, it's actually expected to really pop off here for the 22nd. Basically, early morning 22nd. So we're not too far away. Honestly, maybe by tonight we'll have some better agreement. Hopefully. I'm hoping that we'll have some better agreement tonight. We're going to do another live stream tonight, by the way. This is kind of like a morning, afternoon update for you guys. I wanted to do 2 live streams today. So one right now, obviously, and then another one. We'll do it probably around 8 p.m. or so Eastern. Just give you guys another update with updated models and all that stuff. But yeah, hopefully by tonight. I mean, obviously, the closer you get to the event, things theoretically should become more, more reliable and more, agreeing. But yeah. Let's see. I feel like somewhere along the North Carolina will be in a severe threat. Never fails. Well, I mean, at this point, we're talking over 100 hours out for potential of severe weather, which is the 24th. And for the Mid-Atlantic and out there by the southeast there, I mean, you're kind of in the cross between Mid-Atlantic and southeast and North Carolina on the southern side. Models for the 28th, this is, remember, 8 days away. That I don't like looking that far. Like I said, at max, I only really like looking 5 days, and sometimes, like I said, sometimes we'll look out 8 days or a little further in some cases, because we do that whenever we have solid model support. I mean, multiple models, multiple runs showing the same thing. At that point, if it's pretty far out, then it's reasonable to actually look at. But in this case, it's a little far out here. Honestly, I mean, it's definitely a big subject to change. So we'll see. We will see. Let's see. Robin says you can drive to Ohio and pick up my snow. That's a long drive from Central Florida to Ohio. That's like, well, I did it. I moved from Kentucky to Florida, so I was pretty close to Ohio, about an hour or two. But whenever it comes to it, yeah, that was like a 17-hour drive. I was in the car for like 19 hours, including like stops and stuff. That was crazy, dude. And we did it all in one day too. And that was crazy. I think we left at like 6, 7 a.m. You can do the math. 6, 7 a.m. I left, and we got here in Florida at like I think a little after midnight. So we were here for a while. I was in the car for a while. Let's see here. But anyways, let me see. Nightbot. Dude, yeah, Nightbot has been talking quite a bit. But anyways, but yeah, no, we'll keep that on the back burner, guys. Like I said, we'll keep you all posted on the potential for severe weather. If my Australian friend joins here, I think he's probably still in bed. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what time it is there. We have Saint. He's been joining on our streams for the last couple times, and I'm a little curious. I'm a little concerned for him. We typically don't do this, but in this case, it's pretty crazy. We also have activity in tropics, not in the U.S., which is good, but out there in Australia. He lives somewhere on the northeast side, and we're watching potential of a really nasty cyclone. They don't call them hurricanes here. Honestly, I forget what they call them. They call them cyclones in the Indian Ocean. They call them, typhoons in the Pacific. I'm pretty sure it might be a typhoon. I think they call them something different, though, in Australia. Like, different than cyclones or typhoons. Anyways. Let's see. Are you guys talking about food? That sounds good, man. My dad was friends with Todd back in my day, high school days. We chased severe weather. Wow, that's cool, man. It's amazing but dangerous. I mean, even the professionals, man. Even the professionals. I mean, but anyways, yeah, I did want to talk about that cyclone though. I mean, all models, they're still a little obviously off. I mean, you can see some of the models are still a little off in terms of strength and landfall point, but shoot, I tell you, man, they are pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. So that could be a big problem. But anyways, back over to U.S. here. Do want to mention that real quickly. Let's see. What weather app do I use? Dude, I get to ask so many times. I use a bunch of weather apps, man. Literally, I think I run like 6 weather apps, I'm pretty sure, on the streams. Got a lot of them. A lot of websites, all that stuff. See, I seem familiar. I've seen you in Arkansas. I've never been to Arkansas. Furthest west I've been is Kentucky, actually. Furthest north I've been is Pennsylvania. Furthest south I've been is Florida. Just been living on the East Coast my whole life. But anyways. But yeah, but like I said, you know, definitely big problems arising here. You can see, like I said, a bunch of flooding. This doesn't show ice, by the way, so you're not seeing the color for ice here. But ice, snow, severe weather, I mean, it looks like a little bit of everything could be starting to be a problem here. We're going to hop back over here to this model here. But it does seem like some of the heavy ice accumulation will be taking place out there by like the Midwest and, you know, some of these areas out there. The blend of models still definitely shows a low, like I said, best case scenario. It's still relatively, I think the blend here is definitely underperforming this event here. I mean, this is showing at most like a 10th, maybe a little higher. Which, I mean, even that would still be a problem, but, you know, whenever you compare it to all these other models, like, for example, like I said, here's GFS model. The American GFS model shows, you know, nearly 3/10 of an inch, about basically between 1, 2, and 3/10 of an inch is what the models kind of seem to be showing here. And, you know, that streak goes all the way from potentially northeast, north central Texas, kind of north of Dallas for the most part, through, like I said, out there by east Oklahoma near Tulsa. Tulsa could be a problem. I mean, Catman, that's something you got to watch out there for too, man, is potential for ice out there by like Tulsa. Northwest Arkansas, obviously we got some, you know, potential heavy ice here too. We have Missouri, we have Illinois, northern Indiana. And, you know, this could also pull its way up there in the northeast down in time as well, between some of the models here, as you can kind of see, kind of more scattered, more localized, being an issue, but also snow at that point. I need to make a command for my gaming channel link. That's true. Probably should. Let's see here. Gonna go back to sleep, but I'll keep stream up on my phone. All right, sounds good, man. But yeah, so that's definitely one of the problems here. It's like a lot of ice, my friends. Now we're gonna hop back over to the towards the Ohio Valley, Midwest here. So once again, that's GFS. That's GFS. Now there is something I do want to do. what I typically like doing, just to kind of see what kind of boundaries we're in. So GFS has like the north point of that ice right there, and the southern point of the ice kind of right in here. Now, I want to compare that between the models, actually. So let's hop to ECMWF here. So here's European. Euro shows that ice actually going a bit more further south, as you can see. Also shows a bigger gap out there by Missouri, but still really shows some heavy stuff out there. I mean, yeah, European showing like upwards of over a half an inch potentially in some areas. From what it seems like between the models and what seems like to be a growing concern is most of the heavy ice accumulation possibly could be occurring out there by areas like Missouri, maybe Arkansas, and portions out there by like northeastern Oklahoma. I think these are some of the regions where the heaviest ice is going to be. So if you live in these areas in blue, like I said, I would seriously consider preparing for this event here, because like I said, this is going to be starting here for the 22nd, man. It's going to start here for the 22nd, and roll through the 22nd into the 23rd. Should be mostly done by the 23rd for these areas. So between the 22nd and 23rd for Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, could be a real big problem. Could be a really, really big problem there. So that's what I'm really concerned about. GFS with the heaviest accumulation here too. When looking at the models, I mean, you can kind of see how some of those areas we covered are still kind of the heaviest in the model. But still, don't get me wrong, there's still going to be tons and tons of impacts continuing on, possibly all the way up towards Michigan, Wisconsin maybe. But the heaviest seems to be kind of in that blue area there too, even with the GFS. Now, there is another model I want to look at. This is the GDPS. Now, this one, I think is kind of worst case scenario. I think this one's kind of a little overkill, you could say. This one's showing mostly between 3, 4, maybe up to 5/10 of an inch, and at worst, maybe nearly 3/4 of an inch of ice. Now, I don't think that's really going to be the case. I really do not think we are going to be seeing about 3/4 of an inch of ice, which that would be catastrophic. That would be literally terrible. That would be such a huge problem if that actually happened. But when it comes to it, though, I think that's clear. I mean, even like I said, what I do expect though is between these areas here, all these areas here between like 1 to 3/10 of an inch, and I think in these areas possibly 2, 3/10 of an inch locally, up to 4 possible. Which, like I said, that would almost certainly warrant a lot of ice storm warnings and all that stuff, which they typically issue those, if I recall, about 36 hours before the event starts. So theoretically, since this is starting early on the 22nd, we should either get these by tonight or probably tomorrow morning. So we'll see. That's if they decide to, which, more than likely, can be considering the models here, I would not be surprised. Also, by the way, this model also does show that ice being pushed a little further south, crossing the line out there, and also not as far up as what the models were showing on the GFS overall. Let's see here. But anyways. All right, see you later, Court. But yeah, so that's one of the problems I definitely want to keep an eye out there for. Now let's go and hop over back to severe weather, guys. I actually want to see the other models too regarding severe weather potential. So let's hop down towards south central U.S. because, like I said, we're really watching out there for, like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna probably go southeast here. Yeah, so we're really watching out for like Louisiana, Mississippi areas here for the possibility of severe weather. Like I said, we're keeping an eye on it. Still kind of new information we're trying to figure out here, but so European model, yeah, I mean, Euro shows definitely enough instability too. Wow. I think the greatest probability if we were to see severe weather would be up there by Louisiana, Mississippi. 850 millibar height too at that time would be, pretty sure. Is this right? Hold on, I didn't look to see what frame that was on. Hold on, let me reset that real quick. So instability here, that pops up there, the highest throughout Mississippi, Louisiana, for the kind of morning of the 25th, actually. for the morning of the 25th. So that's kind of right around the forecast hour 129. And when it comes to kinematics or wind shear, let's see here. Yeah, very strong lower level jet there at that point. Wow, dude, look at that thing. Over 40 knots, man. There's a little bit of a cap on that sounding, though. But I tell you what, yeah, the wind profile's there. Instability's there, too, for the most part. Yeah, it's a bit of an issue. You can grab like a cherry pick sounding here. Wow. Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely enough instability, definitely enough wind shear to possibly spark off some strong tornadoes here. I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, it's not just the Euro that's showing this. I mean, it's all the models. I mean, severe weather could even linger all the way up as far, like, towards Alabama, maybe. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is cap, but we'll see how that plays out. And then also for places out there by, like, East Texas in general, kind of see how there is enough instability, but I believe it's mostly going to be capped out at this point. Yeah, definitely a lot of a really steep warm layer, basically preventing thunderstorms from happening out in East Texas. But personally, I think there could be a few that could squeeze on by through some of those narrow gaps there at the time of instability reaching. I'm going to grab a sounding. Definitely enough instability there. Okay, there is a cap. You can see how the temperature does get a little warmer as you go up in the atmosphere, and then it kind of obviously drops back off. There is enough instability. Wind shear is a little weak, but it's doable. I mean, if we could have a marginal case of a tornado threat up there towards East Texas if we can get some of those cells popping off. That's a possibility. See, Dixie's waking up. Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely, yeah. And, you know, like I said, it's starting out this year. We did have a pretty nasty couple sets of storms. So the first one, anyways. Here's GFS, by the way. Yeah, like, so you can also see that GFS does show decent amounts of instability out there by, like, Louisiana. Let's go grab sounding. Slightly contaminated there. What I really want to do is actually look at the precipitation. Yeah, because we get that low, that trough ejection here. We get that low pressure system kind of swinging down and shooting up and towards the Midwest there. So that's going to be on the system that has the ice, that has the snow, that has potential severe weather that we're talking about. So could be a problem on the winter and the severe weather side. Let's see, icon. The icon might show a little squall there for the morning of the 25th. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, wow, look, even GFS does too. Maybe a little squall forming there. See snow and ice bad here in Poland. What's up, Joe? You're in Poland? Holy cow. Poland, Oregon. Oh. See, I didn't think about that. So let's see. So mainly Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi for severe weather potential. Yeah, pretty much tabletop. You know, let me kind of draw out on the map where I think there could be some real big problems here. So let me go ahead and hop over here. So roughly, now take this roughly. Obviously, I think severe weather potential could possibly exist. You know, kind of across some of these regions here, potentially. Maybe a bit of a severe weather concern popping up for some of those regions in that blue area I marked there. Obviously, with ice potential, could go up as far south, I should say, or down as far south as like North Texas, through portions of Arkansas, through like Illinois, maybe Indiana, portions of Ohio, and eventually the Northeast. Maybe could see a little bit of something, you know, kind of across some of those regions with the ice potential. So, like I was saying, a bit of severe weather concerns across some of these regions here, a bit of ice concerns, a bit of snow concerns up here and there towards the Northeast as well, and a bunch of flooding down here. A lot of real big flooding threats in these regions here. So, yeah, really got a lot of problems to look out for coming up here, guys. You know, once again, flooding, ice potential, severe weather, snow. Yeah, seems like there's a big problem with all that. What's up, Kimberly? Saying good morning. Sorry I'm late. What's Sunday? Well, obviously, glad to have you here. Is it Sunday? I thought it was Saturday. It's Saturday. About to say. Black Label says, I'm not a fan of El Nino. I prefer El Nina. It's La Nina. But yeah. Only one mod remains. Oh, shoot. Mark left. Thanks, Andrew. Exhausted. Checking out. Get some rest. See you later, fam. See you later, Mark. But yeah, that is kind of an issue. Let's see. We're gonna pull. Oh, let me bring up the day 5. Oh wow, yeah, day 5. They got a big slight risk there too. Big problems, dude. Huge flooding issues down there. Let me bring you guys back over here. Actually, I do want to pull up the blend here for you guys. So I'm bringing you up over here. For the southeast, in particular, let's see, precipitation, total QPF. Here we go. So, yeah, that's a big problem. So this is between basically now and the 26th, 27th. We could pick up several inches of rain. So the south is going to get flooded out. I'm pretty sure they're in a pretty hefty drought, too. Pretty sure they're still in a drought. Yeah. Yeah, they're still in a pretty hefty drought out there. So that'll be good to help ease the drought. That'll definitely help ease that drought. I mean, shoot, like 6-7 inches of rain? That's, like, ridiculous, dude. That would be a real nasty concern. I definitely would not be surprised if those flooding threats would increase way more than a slight risk. See, your pipes are freezing, says Nancy. Yeah, that's a big problem. Make sure you drain the pipes if you can. Let's actually pull up that bit of, here, let's hop on back here. Let me pull up the temps here. Wow, dude. Yeah, we got a lot of cold air. So here's our blend. It's going to be real cold tonight, you guys. Let's see what. Yeah, look at that. That's your like nighttime temperatures tonight. It's gonna be freezing all the way down into like almost north central Florida. That's ridiculous. Very, very cold night tonight. Let's see. Bear with me for a minute, y'all. I'm gonna pull my chat over here so I can look at my other programs and stuff like that. Okay. Let's see. Cincinnati gonna see ice. Honestly, there might be a potential that we could see some ice out in some of those regions there. Seems possible. See total ice accumulation. Yeah, some areas could pick up maybe a little bit. What's up, Candace? Let's see. I'm not tired now after drinking coffee. Nice. I'm still a little tired. My mic is humming. That was probably my fan. There. Is that better? Let's see. Hugh says, hello, Andrew. How are you? Ready for spring? I am, but I'm not. I'm not ready for it to become a hot mess in Florida. That's what I'm not happy for, but also, yeah, severe weather and stuff like that. I'm not looking forward to that. I mean, I am, but I'm not. You know, severe weather is something. It's interesting per se, but it's very much a big issue. Pat says I'm ready for spring. Oh, I can understand that 100%. For sure, for sure. All right, we're gonna pull up the models. Let's see. We're gonna hop over to global GFS. Yeah, I'm curious to see with all that going on. Like I said, we're gonna see a bunch of issues. Here we go. Presentation. Do I have my data off on here? Hold on. Yeah, I do. There we go. There we go. Wait for GFS to load. But yeah, like I said, really down south, there's going to be some nasty, nasty flooding potential out there. Wow, dude, look at that. So that's from now until the 26th here. Wow, dude. Yeah, GFS shows like up to 7, 8, 9 inches. Like, holy cow, dude. Yeah, that wouldn't be very nice. That would not be very, very good. Yeah, that's definitely a big problem, too. Could even pick up a little bit out there by North South Dakota. Or sorry, North South Carolina. Oh, my God. See, what's my merch website? It's literally the link that was above your comment. There. I'll, you can do exclamation point merch too, and it'll pop up. But yeah, that's definitely a big problem. Is, you know, all that rain and stuff like that. Let's see. What about I don't know if Euro. ECMWF. Pretty sure there's. Oh yeah, there is. Cool. Yeah, let's see what Euro's perspective is on that. Yeah, Euro's more scarce. I mean, more localized, I should say, instead. But still, easily breaking 3, 4 inches some areas. That's interesting. Let's see. Roads were really bad up in southwestern Pennsylvania, specifically in Somerset. Yikes! Yeah, they've been bad across a lot of places. It's definitely been pretty crazy. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know there's. Is this that one storm? Oh shoot! I think it is. Hold on a minute. We're gonna. Give me a minute, y'all. Start presentation. No, that's not it. That's a different tropical cyclone out there. What? What about Invest 90p? Ah, that's the one. That's the one we got to look out for. To my Australian friends, that could be a big problem. Dude, that's one thing I do miss is tracking the tropics, dude. The tropical tracking is fun. I mean, obviously it's not good, but you know, forecasting stuff like that's pretty. One of my favorite things to forecast. Let's see. Let's see. It is in Oklahoma. I'm in Oklahoma, says Candace. What with the road conditions? I mean, you got to really watch out there for ice, though. You know, I'm not joking out of that. There's a big problem, huge problem for ice. Seems like models like the GFS and ECMWF and all that fun stuff's really showing some pretty hefty ice accumulations here. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, GFS is showing instances of right around, 1 to 3 tenths of an inch out there. Does Euro have this? Nope. Yeah, they don't give European model too much stuff on this site or this program overall. Yeah, and if we hop back to current time being, like I was saying, we have a really big ridge of high pressure right across the central U.S. right now, which is leading to some pretty nice conditions, although a little cold, but Crystal says BRB gonna look at merch. Okay. Actually, what I do wanna show you guys the merch too, real quick, and then we'll hop back into weather. I'm really proud of my merch, you guys. If y'all want to check them out, we got some pretty cool hats out there. Pretty neat out there. You guys can see them. We got multiple different kinds. We got ocean. My personal favorite is this one and the sky one. Look at this. It actually looks like a sky, which is pretty neat. Let's see here. Carrie with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Carrie. I appreciate it. Saying Springfield, Missouri, ice, wind, total accumulation. Thank you. No problem. Yeah, give me 1 second. We'll finish this. But yeah, we got cool hats too. We got normal hats. We got those in different colors as well. Really, really cool stuff. We got some notebooks. We got some coffee mugs. We got some polos. Actually, look at this. See that polo right there? It's the one I'm wearing right now. So we got one of those. Has a little hurricane symbol on the sleeve. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff about it. So if you want to check that out, let me put it in the link. So I'll put the link there. Oh, there it is. All right. That worked out. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to talk about that real quickly. If you guys wanted to take a look at the merch and help us out, it'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah. So let's go ahead and get over here to Carrie. Once again, Carrie, thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. We're going to hop over to this in particular point of view. Let's see. We're going to go GFS. We're going to go out there, local, Missouri. Okay, there's Springfield right there, so we can get a nice look at Springfield. So GFS has Springfield. This is one model, obviously. Like I said, GFS has basically 2, maybe 3 tenths of an inch, maybe locally higher out there. So I really am thinking that Missouri is going to have some big problems. Now, the timing, as you wanted to know, the timing is going to be happening here basically late 21st into the early 22nd through the 22nd, and it should be out by the 23rd. So basically, mostly the 22nd is the day of impact. So late 21st, going through the early 22nd, through the 22nd, I should say, and it should be out by the 23rd. But yeah, this model shows maybe 2-3 tenths of an inch out there. European model, on the other hand, Euro shows more, actually. But it does show a gradient, so it definitely changes, obviously, as things go up and down here. But look at this. Slightly to your south, according to Euro, possibly up to a half an inch. Definitely not good. But stay safe out there, my friend. Let's see. Amish dude, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, man. I appreciate that. Once we take a look here, 37166. 7166. Tennessee. Okay, so you're out there in Tennessee. Now, the good news is that I don't think we're going to have any problems with ice, per se. Should not have a problem with ice. That should keep mostly to your west and to your north. Now, when it comes to rain in general, let's look at that. Let's actually bring up the blend here. So you're slightly, so you're little, so you're roughly in this area here, right in that area. So when it comes to precipitation, yeah. So over the next 6 days or so, we could accumulate about maybe 2 to 4 inches. 2 to 4 inches of rain, my friend. So that's kind of the problem. Severe weather, I think you're a little too north for that potential. But yeah. Leighton says there's not much happening right now. That's where you'd be wrong, man. There's a lot happening right now. Look out west. For the central U.S., there's not a whole lot, but for like out west, we got a massive storm slamming the west right now, bringing several feet of snow for some of those upper elevations. But I know what you said. I know what you probably meant. It's in the east and the Central Plains. Not a whole lot, but we do have these systems that are incoming for freezing rain, potential severe weather. We're still trying to work out here. It seems like models are starting to agree more on a nasty potential for severe weather. A bit of snow up in the upper Midwest and Northeast there as well. So got a lot of stuff incoming here. Let's see here. Carrie says, lovely, thank you. Well, honestly, you're very welcome. And thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Pretty rare to get cold weather in northern Louisiana. Oh, yeah. No, it's got to thank El Nino for that one, man. It's been pretty crazy. Let's see. How do you chase an ice storm? Staying home. Just watch cameras. You don't want to go out in ice, man. I don't care if you're trying to get the best shot ever. Don't go out in ice. At that point, it's definitely not worth it. Yeah, you definitely do not go out in ice. I don't care if it's a little amount. If it's a large amount, don't chase ice. Let's see. Nobody should be out in an ice storm. Everybody needs to be home. But anyways, what's up, Scan? Hope you did good, my friend. Glad to have you here. He ran over the snow in the roads. Yeah, I mean, you got to also think out there, like, where you have rain, and if your temperatures get below freezing overnight, it could cause some slick spots as well, which is a big problem. So can I please show 67207 for ice storm? Yeah. 67207, Kansas. Wichita, Kansas. All right, we're going to hop back here. I'm going to pull up GFS here first, and we'll do Kansas. So Wichita, you're right in here, my friend. So oh, hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, so GFS does not show anything really regarding ice for you. ECMWF, on the other hand, shows maybe a little bit. But, yeah, not... I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, obviously models are all over the place with that. The blend of models, which I feel like is definitely not doing this very, very well, doesn't show much. So I think you're fine for the most part. But you never know. It could shift. I definitely think that, I'm not very confident on it, though, honestly, for that area anyways. Let's see. It's going to be pretty quiet in southwestern Pennsylvania. Or is it, I should say. I was about to say. So we are watching, obviously, that system that's coming through. Southwest Pennsylvania maybe could pick up a little bit of accumulations here with Snowfall. Let's see, GFS. Yeah, upcoming with the storms here. Depends on exactly where, but there could be a little bit of snow between probably the 27th. That's too far out, though. I don't like looking that far. But there could be a little bit of snow, popping up here. It actually shows kind of today, maybe. Today, tomorrow. Maybe picking up a little something. Let's see. Outages in Oregon are gradually going down. That's good. Rodney says your weather reports are pretty accurate and off the chain. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I try to keep it as accurate and as, obviously, most reliable as possible. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that hype up events that are false, and which is not cool. I definitely do. I don't do things that way. And like I said, if you see my title or my thumbnail showing something crazy, it's gonna happen, and it does happen. I'm not just gonna say that for no reason. I'm not pointing hands at people. I'm just saying there is people that do it. So just be careful where you get your forecast from. But I try to do my best. What's up, Andy? Haven't seen you in a while, man. Scan says what? Thanks for looking. No problem. Candace, can I look at Norman? What, Norman, Oklahoma? Was it Norman by OKC? Is it Norman by OKC? Hold on. Let me. Is it? Wait, am I right? Is Norman by OKC? Yeah, it is. Okay. So Norman, honestly, GFS shows you barely getting anything. Okay, you don't have to spam there, Candace. Could be a little bit of something. According to GFS, ECMWF shows a lot more. It seems like models are not agreeing right now, so can't really be too sure. Let's see. Just remember back 2007 ice storm. I remember it well. Where at, Anthony? 2007. I mean, I was 5 years old at the time. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I figured that out. I had a feeling it was out there by OKC. My brain doesn't work very well in the mornings or afternoons. It doesn't work good anytime. Let's see. Should we be sounding the alarms in eastern North Carolina for severe weather? Tabletop. I already mentioned to you, man. I already mentioned it to you. Like I said, we just don't know, man. We just don't know. It's too far out to tell. Too far out to tell. Candace says, thanks for checking. No problem. Let's see. What's up, Minion? Hope you're doing good, man. Jefferson City, Missouri. Oh, gotcha. I'd rather deal with snow than ice. Oh, I'm pretty sure anybody would, honestly. Because ice is nasty stuff. Real nasty stuff. Yeah, anything ice related, definitely something you want to avoid. Avoid at all costs. But yeah, no, it does seem like models are really targeting South Missouri here. I'd say like South Missouri, Eastern Oklahoma, Northwest Arkansas. Like I said, it seems like the models are really kind of picking that up. James says Springfield, Missouri. I think we just did Springfield, didn't we? Yeah, I think that was, shoot. Yeah, we did do Springfield. I think that was Carrie. Yeah, Carrie wanted me to look at Springfield, Missouri there. So what we concluded is that there is a good potential for maybe about 1 to 3/10 of an inch of ice out there. Let's see. We'll go back to Springfield, Missouri though, for you, so you can see the graphic here. So ECMWF shows about maybe 3-4 tenths of an inch, but you're on a gradient, which makes accumulation process very unpredictable. GFS shows about 2/10 of an inch. I'd say about 1 to 3/10 of an inch of ice. Freezing is worst precip. Yeah, and sleet too. Sleet accumulation also is that. Polar Vortex says, is Proxy going to see any of this? I haven't seen Proxy in a couple days, but not by GFS standards, not by ECMWF standards. Probably not. Freezing rain is hard on tree limbs. Oh, not only that, Pat, but also power lines too. I mean, because it's a big problem. Big problem with power lines. Because ice is real heavy. Really, really heavy. Ice is extremely heavy. And obviously, it's very dense, too. So, basically, it's, all that accumulates there. And pulls down on those lines. All right, see you later, Candace. See, she'll be happy. For sure. For sure. Ann says, is Memphis going to see any of this? I think it's... I don't think so. I think that's going to remain to your west. Yeah, because it's kind of skipping northeastern Arkansas as well. What's up, Caden? Hope you're doing good, man. Like I said, y'all, we're going to try to hold off more on the zip codes, y'all, because, like I said, if I do one, then everybody starts spamming the zip codes, and, like I said, we'll definitely start doing more member forecasts. Like I said, it's not for profit or anything like that. It's just based off of, since the streams are getting bigger and, obviously there's more people that are, requesting it. Like I said, I mean, I'll do a couple here and there. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I'll do a couple here and there, but like I said, when it comes to it, it's just like it gets overwhelming. And then next thing you know, we're doing everybody's zip code, and then we can't talk about the main event really. So, like I said, it's not trying to be mean or anything, but it's just how things are going to have to start going. See, my friend is leaving South Carolina, moving to Kentucky. Oh wow, gotcha. Let's see. But yeah, I don't think areas out there by oh shoot, probably should switch scenes. I don't think anywhere by Memphis will even see any of that. Carman? Catman gonna change it to Carman. Having freezing spray warning east of Duluth. Is that Minnesota? Huh. But yeah, so we'll definitely keep you all updated on that for sure. I mean, it's gonna need to be. We're gonna need to be on it. Let's see. Overbuilt says, I agree zip codes are a bit much. We can look at radar ourselves and decide the reasoning. Yeah. I mean, like I said, we'll still do live streams with zip codes, but like I said, I'm going to have to switch those to members here soon because members only here soon because, like I said, I would obviously love to do everybody's zip code for sure. Like I said, it's not a, like I said, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. It's just that, once again, if I do one person's zip code, then everybody else starts throwing their zip codes in the chat, and I have to, if I do one, it would be unfair for me to do another person's, not to do theirs. So, obviously, it's just what's going to have to be done. And, like I said, obviously, if I focus on one person at a time when there's hundreds of viewers watching, those other hundreds of viewers aren't getting the information they need. Whenever obviously I can be hopping on a big map like this and I can show you and you can kind of see for yourself kind of where you're at regarding the models. So that's what I want to do. But like I said, members only live streams, we'll do a couple of those every once in a while here to basically where, I mean, shoot, we might even do one later today. I don't know, maybe around 4 or 5 o'clock. Today's a streaming day. I definitely been planning on it. So we did this live stream. I might do a members live stream today actually. For zip codes, and like I said, we'll keep that to zip code exclusive. That also it works out good because the members who directly support us too, that'll be good. So they get something in return. Let's see here. Pat says you do the best you can, Andrew. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, obviously we want to make sure you guys are prepared and obviously weather aware. That's the main thing, and I just feel like I can reach more people if I just hold off on the zip codes. So, I think I'm gonna start from here on out. I think here on out we're gonna stop doing that. Kevin says gaming stream. Huh. Okay. You know what? I'll probably do that, Kevin. Yeah, so we'll probably hold off on the member stream today then. We're going to go live again tonight, okay, for everybody, by the way. Right around 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. today, we'll be back on. We'll have updated models, we'll have updated views and forecasts and stuff like that. So but I think I will do a video on a live stream on my gaming channel. So if you guys want to see my gaming channel, go to my, by the way, it's not for everybody. Obviously, this channel is rated, I would say PG. I'm gonna call this channel PG, but my gaming channel is definitely not PG. It's more like 18 plus, honestly. I just want to mention that right off the bat. It's a little bit different, but yeah. You really see Andrew open up in my gaming streams. It gets pretty crazy sometimes. Anyways, but yeah, so we'll do that again later. But here soon, y'all, I think we are going to roll off here real quickly. like I said, if you guys want to, check a look at our merch, y'all. We got some pretty cool merch. I just redid the whole shop, you guys. Like I said, we got some pretty cool hats. I'm actually probably getting ready to order me a new hat here too. I mean, look at this, y'all. Look how cool this hat is, dude. So we got these tie-dyes, and we have one that literally represents the sky. Like, you can see the clouds and the blue coming through. This is one of my favorite designs here, dude. So really cool. You can pick that up. We have Ocean 2, which is pretty neat. Kind of a turquoise greenish blue. We got purple, which is kind of the mix between kind of like a galaxy type of color, which is pretty cool. And we also got like cotton candy one, which is pretty neat. We got our normal hats too. Like, I'm literally wearing one. You guys can see that. Literally wearing one. We got gray. We got khaki. We got that navy blue type of color. Let's see here. We have my cool shirts. Actually, I need to pick me up one of those. We have a little radar signature on the side. You know, pretty neat. It's a 2023 edition. Those are going to go away here soon, actually. I'm getting ready to remove those, so if you want to grab one of those before they're gone. We got polos. I'm actually wearing right now. We got a black and a navy blue one. I'm wearing a navy blue one, actually, right now. And let's see here. We got this. This is mostly for like helping us spread channel, but it's actually a pretty cool one as well. We got the logo 2023. That's also going to be heading out here soon as well. Got some notebooks and the coffee mug. If you guys do want to check that out, like I said, there is the merchandise link that Nightbot just put in there, literally at the last message. So check that out if you guys would be interested in that. But anyways, let's see. What's my gaming place? Let's see here. Let me go ahead and I'll post a link to it. Well, remember, like I said, it's 18 plus. It's not PG like this one is. This channel's PG. I keep this one family friendly, but the other one, it can get a little out of hand sometimes. But anyways. But all right, you guys. Well, I think we're going to roll off here soon. Like I said, we're not done with the weather streams today. We're going to do another one tonight. Remember, like I said, 8 p.m. today, which will be 7 p.m. Central. So 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be live again today. We'll have updated models, overall updated forecasts, and all that stuff. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do... That's what I'm going to do. So Sunday, tomorrow morning, around the time we did today's, I'm going to do a members-only live stream for zip code forecast. And then in the evening, I'll do another update. So that's the plan for the next day or for the next 2 days. So today, like I said, we'll do a gaming live stream actually on my channel here. I'm thinking maybe around 4 or 5 p.m. And, of course, we'll do 8 p.m. On this channel again for everybody for an update. Then members only tomorrow morning, and then another everyone update on the evening. But anyways, yeah, definitely not for everybody, Catman. But all right, you guys. Well, you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night, my friends, or rest of your day. Like I said, we'll catch you guys later on. So, like I said, I just hope y'all have a good day today. We're gonna go ahead and head over here to the ending screen. Oh, also, before I roll off, I want to go ahead and give a big thank you to our donators. Big thank you to the donations here from you guys. We had 2 donors today. We had ourselves Carrie with the 5. Appreciate it, Carrie. Thank you so much. And Amish with the 2. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for the donations, y'all. Definitely helps out and helps keep food in the fridge and radar programs paid for and, and all that stuff. So it's much, much appreciated. But we love you guys. Every single one of y'all, we love you. And, obviously, we want to make sure you guys are staying safe out there, and we'll continue to do such until I physically can't anymore. I'm going to be doing this for several years, my friend. This is literally my career, and I'm wanting to make this YouTube my career. Always wanted to do YouTube for a career, and keep people updated with the weather, and something I love is really a win-win-win in my book. And but anyways, guys, well, I appreciate all of y'all very much. You guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys on the other streams here today. Like I said, once again, 1 this evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, and then on my gaming channel, probably around 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern. But, all right, you guys. Once again, check out our merch in the description. Also, Catman just put the merch link down there, or Nightbot did. So, go ahead and check out our merch. And, all righty, guys. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will catch you guys in a little bit. Go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, family, everybody else hanging out in the chat. And the stream will end in approximately a minute and a half. But, all right, guys. Take care, and we'll catch y'all later on. Peace out, my friends. See you then.